So welcome back to Curation. We have a little helpful hint here, a little life hack about how to avoid or how to kind of overcome anxiety, fear, anger, and even like temptations or like a craving or shame or sadness or anxiety or fear. So any of these like sort of heavy emotions that you might be having. We've got a little hack here. So I'll show you how to do it and I'll explain how it works later because it's not just woo-woo, there's actually thought and science behind it. So the first thing you need to do is just sort of focus on what it is you're feeling, okay? So if you're feeling anger or fear or anxiety, just name that, okay? So name the emotion. It's shame. I'm feeling shame. So what you do, you want to hold that in your hands, okay? Hold out your hands like a cup and then just put that emotion in your hands. So picture it as that I'm filling up this sphere of emotion. I'm filling it full of fear. How big is that fear? How heavy is that fear? Is it warm? Is it hot? Is it? Give it an intensity and just sort of picture it there in your hands and how heavy it might be. So once you've done that, I want you to close your eyes and let out your breath. Breathe in through your nose, and only through your nose because it's calming. And then I want you to start to rub your hands together. Just start to focus on your hands, even with your eyes closed. Focus on the experience of your fingertips, the tips of your thumbs, your palms. There's even sometimes a little suction between your palms, heat. Is there moisture from rubbing your hands together? Just focus on the feelings and the intensity there. And then, push together your hands and push these and rub them back and forth. And do that for 5 inhalations and slow exhalations of your nose. And on that last one, you want to just stop and just hold your hands out in front of you again. And notice that they are tingling. You should feel a sensation there from doing that. And then think, where has the emotion gone? That emotion you started with. Is it smaller in your hands? Is it gone? Is it a memory now? So what is it? Is it changed? Usually no one can go through this exercise and not have it somehow diminished or changed in some way. So then you can take that. That's kind of hopeful that you're not in this solid state of constant emotion. This experience is not overwhelming you. It's just a physical experience. So then just take that and just put it out on the edge of your perception. Just as you're perceiving this video, you perceived your emotion when you started, you perceive the feeling in your hand, the tingling in your hands. It's just a perception out there. And it might come back into your awareness later. We're not trying to ignore it or say that it'll never grow or shrink. It's there and it'll be in your awareness, okay? So that's the exercise and hopefully it calmed you down. I hope it would. I've done this and it really does work for me. So here's a little explanation on how it works, okay? It's not just woo-woo, as I said. It's not just mysticism. There's actually some science behind it. So real quick, you've got an amygdala in the back of your brain that controls your emotions. Whatever that motion that you just had, it came from your amygdala, okay? And that amygdala is connected to a nervous system called the vagal nerve, and it goes down to your heart and gets it beating and gets you all excited about that, and your lungs start to breathe and your digestion gets all quirky because it's shutting it down. So that's what the amygdala does and the vagus nervous system does, and so that's in your spinal cord and in your internal organs, that nervous system. So what we're trying to do is get you focused on an external nervous system or peripheral nervous system of your hands. Now your hands and your fingers have thousands of those nerve endings in them, and so you pay a lot of attention to it. And because it's going back and forth like that, your brain is kind of going left and right brain. And it's quite stimulating and quite focusing for your brain to be on that. And so we're taking the focus off the vagus nerve and onto the peripheral nervous system. And then we're going to take the brain away from the amygdala to what we call the dorsal medial prefrontal cortex, which is basically the part of your brain that observes what's going on And it starts commenting on emotions like, oh, is that guy angry at me? No, he's on the phone with somebody else. So your brain goes, it's not angry with me. I don't have to get emotional, you know. So that's the kind of thing that this part of your brain does. It starts to analyze it. So when you start to name your emotion, you start to activate the prefrontal cortex, and it starts to go, okay, we're in control now. We're starting to analyze this. And we're starting to say how big it is and how heavy it is. And then we're starting to notice that it's going away. And so we're engaging a different part of your brain, and that part of your brain starts to put a substance called GABA that will actually calm your emotional center and say, you know, hey, it's chill. We're under control here. We're in charge now. So it uses your brain and your nervous system to really calm yourself down and to get you past and give you a state shift from one to the other. But you know, if you've got trauma or some sort of major issue in your life, this might calm you down, but obviously we don't want to patronize that. We want you to feel like you still need to deal with the root core of that problem, you know, with a therapist, with a friend, with journaling, or however you want to deal with that. But take it seriously and deal with it so that it will come and visit you again. And but we want you to help you to get over the hard points in life when you have these emotions, to realize they're not overwhelming and they're not the end of the world. So I hope you enjoy that little hack. I hope you can use it when you feel you know, overwhelmed by something, tempted by something, a craving that you want to try to overcome, or you know, just an emotion that you feel that's kind of pressing on you right now. Try this hack out, and hopefully it works. And share it with your friends. Hopefully they can try it and see if it works. You can talk about it too. It's kind of fun. And if you can, we're looking for at least 500 supporters at $10 a month. You can support us on Patreon because we're trying to build a big relationship course. So if you can jump on there and support us, that'd be great. If not, enjoy all the cool resources we have on here on Curation, both on our YouTube channel and on our website. And we hope you enjoy, and come and visit us again. Thanks very much.